We're matching.
Oh, we're matching. Oh, how cute. Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Travel Troubles. There you go. I've got it a bit better this time. And I'm Sean, and this is Holly.
Yes.
Back another week. We've got our second episode of our podcast. What do you think about that? All of our good viewers. We've got 13 viewers this last week on Spotify, and then another 20 on YouTube. So
Sean, they don't care about the sad statistics.
Well, I do.
Yeah, exactly. Sad.
If you're new here and you don't know who we are, I'm Sean and Holly, like we said a second ago. We've been backpacking. We travel a lot together. We live and work together. Mm-hmm. Currently in the Lake Districts in a little tiny hotel kind of style room.
Yep.
So another thing about me this week, I'm not feeling the best. Holly's not been the best this week. I feel we've been quite... So it's been a bit of a different week. Anything you want to add about this week? There's not like a dig at me, because this is what this is about. I was say, like, today we went out and saw Penrith.
Yeah.
And we met all the people that are down here on holiday. Go away. Just go away.
The Lake District is beautiful if it wasn't for people.
Yeah. Just done with people today. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm really, like, not feeling too great, so I'm just done with people. Just generally done with them. Like, I know you're normally more like that than I am, but...
I'm more vocal about it on a regular basis, but when Sean is eventually vocal about it, Sean is worse than I am.
Yeah, it was...
Which is what you don't see, because it happens off of camera, because it's not the funny backpacker, it's the grumpy traveller.
That's the perks of me holding the camera most of the time.
Yeah.
I can turn it off when I want to say something.
Yeah, you make sure to film my worst points.
And I get to turn off. Yeah.
And he edits them most of the time. When I'm being nice, he edits it out. I just look like this witch.
Well, the good thing about this podcast is it's not really edited.
You'll learn that Sean's actually the problem.
Wow. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. I don't even know the words.
And you call yourself a Swiftie.
Yeah, I couldn't get tickets to it. But if anyone's got tickets and want to give it to us, then...
Donate them through via...
Right, so... Sweetly move on to it this week. So this week... So if you've not been on this podcast before, which you probably haven't, because we haven't got that many viewers, but each week we come up with one good thing that we enjoyed about each other's company of travel and work and living together, and one bad thing. And this is for you guys that want to travel together or travel with someone. It might be a friend, family, a lover, who knows? We don't judge. But we will tell you and give you the positives and the negatives, so you know what to look forward to. Yeah. Do you want to start this week, or shall I?
You can go. You always go first.
Oh, I want to start with my first positive. This positive is a really good one. 2 seconds, guys. I should have prepped this beforehand, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
This is my positive this week. Did you know this was my positive this week? So another thing about this is unscripted. So normally we don't know what
other one's going to say.
So this is a jacket that Holly...
Cardigan
that Holly has crocheted for me. And it took you, 2 weeks?
Fully, yeah. I put it down and picked it up quite a lot.
It's really cool.
Sean can't...
Yeah, I'm going to put it on. Yes, talk about it.
What you can't see off camera is Sean can't coordinate with his feet.
That's because I'm ill.
Oh.
Right. Might as well just wear it for the rest of the show. Right.
Don't rip it. Please ignore the fact that there's still a lot of loose ends. I don't have the time to sit and put them all in.
So this is now my cardigan. It'll be perfect for the winter.
It's got a hood and everything, as per Sean's requests.
Yeah.
And now he's like, I want buttons as well. It's like, yeah, you're welcome. It's not like I just spent, like every night of my life for the last month, pretty much, making it.
Yeah, the thing is, it's such a lovely place. We're remote at the moment. We're living in the Lake District.
But we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but the problem with that is the buses run until 7 o'clock, and then after that, you've got the night to yourself.
You've got to become a granny, so you've got no other option than to
sit and
crochet.
You crochet and I edit video. And that's kind of our lives at the moment. But this is cool.
Yep, and I've already finished a bag and a cardigan for myself, and I'm on another jumper now.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of an addiction to it, haven't you?
Could be worse.
It could be. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to wear for the rest of the video, so enjoy that. Do you want to do a positive about me, or do you want to do your negative first?
You've not given me your...
Oh, do you want me to do my negative, do you?
Well, that's the way we done it, was it not?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you want me to just ambush you straight away and then...
Well, if it's that much of a negative, I might take your jumper back off of you.
Oh.
Fits me as well.
My negative this week... Can you guess what my negative this week is?
No.
So this week... I don't know why it's this week on purpose. We work together. We live together, we work together, and we're in a very small room. The problem with this is when one person's doing something and the other person's doing something else, it can be really annoying. For example, I might be sleeping, or Holly might be sleeping, and I might need to go for a toilet. And the toilet is literally, I can literally touch it. It's just next to us. And if I want to get up at 27 minutes past 6 in the morning to go to the toilet, this one here won't let me forget about it for 3 weeks.
It's been 4 days, and it was 3 minutes before my alarm was meant to go off. 3 minutes. That was it. I just wanted those 3 minutes left, so I didn't have to get up, because I didn't want to face reality of having to go to work. Because you got to go back to bed. I didn't.
Yeah,
and he's like, no, I'm sorry, be a considerate roommate. Wait 3 minutes until my alarm goes off and then get up. You're not going to wet yourself in that time. Because later, actually, you know what? I'm going to go straight into it. I was like, before we started filming this, I don't know if I can think of a negative that has bothered me about Sean this week. But you know what? Now I've got one. The negative that bothered me about Sean this week is, as he said, I'm very precious about my sleep, and he woke me up 3 minutes before. But the day after that, Sean was sitting playing Fallout or whatever it was on the PlayStation or whatever other video console you have, I don't judge. He was sitting playing that, and I know for a fact that he needed to go for a wee for about an hour beforehand, but he wouldn't put down his game to go. But it's fine to annoy me and wake me up from my precious sleep. But when it comes to his own inconvenience, it's exactly that.
Moving on to...
It's true though. And he was like, well, you're not letting it go. No, but you're holding on to it.
How many days later was the fallout the day after? Yeah, so just to make a point, she was still talking about the 3 minutes of sleep she lost a day later.
Sean, there's things that you hold on to for years, so let's not even go there.
Right, so my positive? What's my positive? Have you got a positive for me this week?
Positive happened today.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's because Sean and I are a very similar mindset. Normally when one of us thinks it, the other one says it, or vice versa. There was a little girl getting on the bus today before us.
Oh, yeah.
And her card kept declining. And she's like, oh, I don't know why. And she was like, my card's in my suitcase. And Sean said to me, as I thought it, let's just pay for this, girls.
Yeah, it was bus fare, wasn't it?
Bus fare, yeah. And you, when you travel, are always the first to want to help others, whether it's pushing a bin through the castle in Budapest, or it's taking like photos and videos of people who are alone, like the girl in
Vienna.
Was it Vienna? Yeah.
Yes.
At one of the Schronborn Palace. Not that matters, but yeah.
Yeah, when you travel, that's the point. I do like to help out people when we travel.
Yeah.
Like, so, especially photos, especially if you're traveling alone, it's nice to take a photo.
You like to remind people that humanity exists.
Yeah.
In a world that it doesn't a lot of the time.
A good deed. Another thing I do here is we live in the middle, as I said, in the middle of nowhere, but there's no walking paths to get up to the main walking path. Every 2 or 3 days, my kitchen window will show that someone's looking around like, where am I going?
In the car park,
so I literally walk out of the kitchen in my chef's uniform and then give them directions, one every 3 days, because
they're always trying to find a shortcut and there isn't one.
Yeah.
You have to walk along.
But I always feel like I've done a good deed for that day. It's nice to do a good deed now and again.
So we'll hope that comes back to us somehow.
Yeah. We might get an extra viewer on the podcast.
Yeah. Good too.
Anything else you want to add about this week, or like that?
I mean, what my original negative was going to be. So Sean's getting a double whammy.
Double one this week.
What my original negative was going to be is when Sean's ill, no one else has ever been ill. When COVID came to exist, Sean was patient zero. Like, no one else has ever experienced this. Not like I've been floored for, a week previous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As soon as Sean gets ill, his face, he loses, like, all ability to hold any muscle in his face. And it's this way. And it's like...
Wow.
It's just like...
It's because my face kind of leaks. It's not nice, guys.
I'm so ill.
It's the reason
it's like, yeah, Sean, I know. I was probably the one that gave you it.
It's kind of the reason why we're filming this right now, because I was like, we can film this tomorrow because this is Tuesday and we're trying to get it released for Thursday. And I was like,
we don't know if he's already getting better or going to get worse.
So we're like, let's just film it, get it out of the way, and it's done.
But yeah, Sean, when he's ill, it's the end of the world. No one else has ever experienced this illness. Armageddon is going to happen. Sean's got sniffles.
Oh, wow. That's
Especially when travelling. You're worse when travelling. Here,
nothing worse than being
no, but here you know that you can go into any supermarket or pharmacy and pick up anything. But when we were in
Prague,
Sean got the sniffles. And we had to go into a chemist and have Sean go, I'm not well. And this poor Czech woman who couldn't really speak a word of English just appeared with a massive pack of Nurofen. It was like this. It's an illegal pack here in the UK. You can't get more than...
It was the equivalent of like 4 boxes of Nurofen. It was like,
you can't get more than 16 tablets.
Am I able to take this home with me?
It has like 64 tablets in it. And this... nasal spray, which was definitely illegal of some form.
I don't know, it made me feel so good, that nasal spray.
But he became addicted. That's another thing. If Sean's ill, he's like a junkie. I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, if you're Sean's family, you know.
Wow, right, okay, I think that's enough for this week. So, if you enjoyed this... Rude.
Sorry.
You done?
Just proving that,
You done?
I'm also ill, but I'm not a catastrophe. That's a word I can't say. Catastrophizing. Making a catastrophe of it.
Oh. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're enjoying this podcast, then we're back every Thursday at 6 p.m. unless we can't bother to film. And you can watch other videos on my channel, my YouTube channel, or check out. We're on Spotify now. We're on Spotify. We are one of those Spotify.
Amazon Music.
Yeah, I think I've got it on Apple as well. We're all over the place. Yep. We're popular. We are. If you ever want to sponsor this podcast, then just hit us up.
Acast are relying on you.
I think we have to change the whole on rss.com podcast. But I think I have to change.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. And I'll see you again
next week.
Soon. We can't pause that much on this because last week we paused and it was like a 5-second
yeah, people who can't see the video just think that we're not talking to each other.
Right. See you again.
Soon.